So you have been thinking of moving to Cambridge, Ontario, and you are a buyer working with a price range of 8 to 900,000, and you're wondering what can you really find these days in Cambridge as of fall 2024? Then stick around, because right here in this video, we're gonna do what we always do, which is take a look at 3 different homes in 3 different price points from low, mid to high 800,000. That will give you a really good idea about your options in this particular price point. So stay tuned as we get right in. Hello and welcome. If this is your first time to this channel and you're wondering who am I, my name is Dixit. I'm a local real estate agent serving Kitchener, Waterloo, and surrounding areas, and I've helped many families relocate in and around KWC, and I absolutely love it. So whether you're thinking of moving in 9 days or 9 months, be sure to reach out. You can call me, text me, email me, or even schedule a Zoom call. All the info is right below. I'll be more than happy to help you and family make a smooth move in and around Kitchener, Waterloo. All right, so this first home I wanted to show you guys is actually the one that you see right behind me. That's the single garage detached home. It's a 2-story layout and built in 1996. I'm in the East Hespler neighborhood of Cambridge, which is basically the north end of Cambridge. And you can say it's about 4 minutes to Highway 401. I mean, to record this part of Cambridge, I did actually exit Highway 401 coming down from Kitchener, and it took me about 4 minutes to get here. So that's how close you are living in this neighborhood. But let me tell you a bit more about the home itself. So this one is a detached 2-story located on a 30 feet wide lot. The home, like I said, is built in the late 90s. Majority of this patch of the neighborhood, you will find lots of late 90s and some early 2000s, range of town and detached, some semis as well. And this particular home has close to 1,600 above grade square feet of living space, and then featuring 3 bedrooms, which are good sized. I would say if you are going with a 30 feet wide lot or a single garage detached, then go for at least 1,500 square feet, because anything, I've seen single garage detached as little as 1,300 square feet, and I can tell you guys there will not be enough space. That won't be a really good layout. You'll find the rooms to be very small. So that's just my take on it. And this one does have a finished basement as well. So you do have additional 600 square feet of basement living space. So in total, you are looking at about 21 or 2,200 square feet, somewhere around that, including the basement. Basement also does have 1 additional bedroom, and in total you have 2 full washroom and 1 half, which is a powder room on the main floor. Overall, if you look at the home, it's in really good shape. The neighborhood, I can vouch for this neighborhood on any given day. Like, this is definitely one of the best neighborhoods you can find yourself living here in Cambridge, especially if you're young or growing families. All the amenities are also very close. The Hespler Road, which is the Highway 24, which is the main street connecting the north and south of Cambridge, is also very close from here. Costco, which is in Kitchener, is about 7 or 8 minutes from this part of the neighborhood. So overall, definitely a great neighborhood, great home. In case you are looking for something newer, let's say built within last 5 years in this low 800 price point, this one obviously sold for low 8, exactly around $815,000 just about a week ago. So if you are looking for something similar but a newer construction, your options could be a rather townhome, either a 2 or a 3-story layout, somewhere around 15 to 1,700 square feet. Couple of options I can give you. If you were to go on a west end of Cambridge, then Westwood Village will give you some options in townhome for this price range of low 800. And on the north end, just on the further down north, in River Mill and Maple Grove, that's where we have some options of 2-story and 3-story townhomes, but they will have some POTL fee. So that's to give you a general idea about the low 800,000. I am going to drive around this neighborhood to give you a glimpse, and then I'll see you at the second stop. That's where we will look at a home in mid 800,000. So stay tuned and let's get right there. Alright, so the second home that I wanted to show you guys is the one that you see right behind me. Take a look at that 2-story layout. Although it does look like a 2-story single garage detached, this one is 2.5 story, which is unheard of these days in age of construction. So this one is 2.5 story, close to 2,100 square feet of above grade living space. It does have 3 good sized bedrooms and 2.5 washroom on the above grade. And on the top of that 2,100 above grade living space, you do have additional close to 700 square feet of finished basement space. So you have in total close to somewhere around 2,800 square feet of living space, including the basement. Now, what happens in this 2.5-story layout is basically you have your standard 2-story, and then there is another small flight of stairs where you go up there, and there's like an open room there. If you look at the pictures, you will see what I mean. But that's where you can make it like a lounge or a family room or a flex space. It's a very versatile space, and the best part is the fact that it is above grade. So you still have basement at your disposal for using it for an office or anything else, and you still have a big rec room that is above grade in this 2.5-story layout. So 850, as you can see, we are still in the same neighborhood, but this one is built in 2005, so it is definitely a newer construction, and that's what changes from 8 to 850. So you get a newer home that's better layout, and of course more square footage, resulting in more spacious layout overall. So that's what changes as you move from low to mid 800,000. Now, a couple of other reasons why this neighborhood is very well liked by many young and growing families living in Cambridge is because if you got kids who are going to school, let's say elementary or secondary school, the boundary of this neighborhood, like it falls within the boundary of some great highly rated elementary and secondary schools. I mean, just on the top of my head, I can name Hillcrest Public School. If you were to buy this home, that's where your kids will be attending to if they were to go for, let's say, public elementary school. And guess what? Hillcrest is rated highly, not just in Cambridge, one of the top schools, but also across Waterloo region. And at some point, it was rated one of the top schools across Ontario. So that's one of the reasons why many young and growing families do like this neighborhood. Not just that, but like I said earlier, you have quick access to many great amenities right at your doorstep, and you can see how quiet this whole neighborhood is. And when I take a drive around this patch of the neighborhood, you will get to see it up close and personal. Now, within this mid 800,000, the other option you could look for, obviously this is built in the early 2000s, but if you were to go for 70s or 80s, you will find some other more spacious layouts, better layouts in neighborhoods like Lang Farm, Preston Heights. But if I were to compare those neighborhoods with where I am right now, compared to north of Cambridge, then I would say this neighborhood will definitely come out to be better overall for young and growing families. Many first-time homebuyer clients of mine, especially if you got families or business to deal with GTA 905 suburbs, then I can tell you, stick to this neighborhood because you will be very close to Highway 401 and going back and forth on Highway 401 to those 905 suburbs, which will be a breeze from this neighborhood. So that's just my take on it. But what I'm gonna do is head back to my car, drive around this neighborhood. It's beautiful, and then I'll see you at my third stop. That's where we will look at home that's sold for high 800,000. So stay tuned and let's get right in. Okay, so this last home that I wanted to show you guys is the one that you see right behind me. This is the double garage detached, located on a 50 feet wide lot. Let me tell you what you're looking at. So close to 6,000 square feet of lot size. It has close to 1,800 square feet of above grade living space featuring 3 spacious bedrooms. And this is what I like. This one is 2000 built. And this is what I actually like, where they haven't cramped up like a 4-bedroom, anything under 2,000 square feet. If you want a really nice and spacious layout with those bedrooms, I would say stick to 3-bedroom layout. Nowadays, I see builders, when they build these new homes, even within 1,500 square feet, I've seen 4-bedroom layouts. So that's just a pain point for many buyers these days, at least a client of mine I can speak of. But if you are someone who is in the same situation, then something like this, which is not too old if you ask me, like under 30 years, right? This is 2000 built. You got a 50 feet wide lot. It's proper double garage detached, and you get a big lot size in the back as well. And the home overall is in good shape. Definitely, you could argue that you could use some, cosmetic updates in this particular home. But overall, in my take, it's a move-in ready home, very spacious layout. And guess what? It does have a finished basement, close to 700 square feet of additional basement living space. So in total, you're looking at close to 2,500 square feet of finished living space in this double garage detached home that is sold for 885 a couple weeks ago here in fall 2024. So that's what you are looking at in some of the great and highly desirable neighborhoods of Cambridge. Now, let me tell you, if you are rather looking for something newer in this price range of high 800,000, so you could be looking at something within last 5 to 10 years, more so of a single garage detached, either 30 or maybe 36 feet wide, but you won't get a 50 feet wide lot in high 800,000 in something that's built within last 5 to 10 years. So just keep that in mind. I always say the age of the construction and the price will always correlate. Basically, the older the home, the lower the price will be. And this is where you will have to find that sweet spot, that how old of a construction you're willing to go with and what that looks like for you and your family's specific needs. But if you were to go for some older and mature neighborhoods like Hespler Village, on the north end of Cambridge, where you will find a decent layout, really good lot size, bungalow style and split level homes, then you will definitely find a handful of good options on those bungalow style homes as well as you approach this mid to high 800,000. So now you do have a general idea about your options in that 8 to 900,000 price range here in Cambridge, Ontario. And in case you are someone who is working, let's say, a budget of 6 to 7 or 7 to 8, and you're wondering what you can find here in Cambridge for that price range, guess what? I have done a video for that price range as well. Be sure to check it out right here. But nonetheless, if you did get some value, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and tap on that bell so YouTube knows I'm doing a somewhat good job here. And whether you are thinking of moving in 9 days or 9 months, call me, text me, email me, or schedule a Zoom call. I'll be more than happy to help you and family make a smooth move in and around KWC. Until next time, well, I do hope to show you around town.